Hey guys, what's up? It's Umbruhh here, and today I'm back again with another commentary video, and today I wanted to do a video kind of focusing on FPS games, specifically with how we play FPS games. Now, if you play on PC or console, you could be using either a mouse and keyboard or a controller, although I know some games on console now have mouse and keyboard support, like Fortnite or Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and on PC you can pretty much play almost many FPS games with either a mouse and keyboard or controller. Although mouse and keyboard is ultimately the better option, or is it? And that's basically what I'm going to be talking about this video. It's basically the whole argument between controller versus mouse and keyboard for FPS games. For other games like Final Fantasy XIV or any other game, RPGs or MMORPGs, whether or not controller is better or worse, that's a whole nother story. But today I'm going to be talking about FPS games. So in a lot of different ways, using a mouse and keyboard is definitely superior to FPS games. You have a lot more responsiveness, and aiming with a mouse is a lot more precise. Plus, you have a whole keyboard rather than just 8 buttons to press. Although some people do like playing on controller as well, because it's what they're used to, and they're used to playing certain games with a controller like Halo or Call of Duty, rather than some who would prefer using a mouse and keyboard. And same way, some people would prefer playing certain games with a mouse and keyboard like Counter-Strike. So there are different types of factors that go into this when trying to figure out which one is better for you. Now, this may vary from individual, of course, but here are some of the key points I want to mention. So the first key point I would like to mention is that it all depends on whether or not the game has aim assist for controllers on PC. Now, if the game does have decent aim assist on PC, similar to the aim assist that we see for FPS games on console, then I would say it definitely evens the playing field, since, like I mentioned before, a mouse is a lot more precise than a controller, and having aim assists helps even the odds against them and helps controller players aim a lot better. Although some aim assists are better on console than they are on PC, some are kind of nerfed a bit. If the game does have controller support but no aim assist in games such as Rainbow Six Siege or Overwatch, then most of the time controller players are usually at a disadvantage, rather than games that do have decent aim assist on PC, such as Halo, Call of Duty, or Fortnite. The other key point I'd like to mention is it depends on how exactly aiming feels with a controller, because some games have kind of a floaty and overall weird feel when you move the camera with your thumbstick in games such as Paladins or GTA 5, where I wouldn't say there's kind of a delay, but it does feel like there's one, and it feels very floaty when you aim with the thumbstick, and it's kind of hard to be precise with that, rather than shooter games that have a lot more precise and quick movement when aiming with the controller on games such as Call of Duty Modern Warfare or Battlefield 5 or any of the games from those series. And probably one of the most important key points of this discussion, it all depends on how used the player is to playing a certain game with a mouse and keyboard on controller. Because I know some players do find it difficult to use a mouse and keyboard when playing FPS games, especially when they are just starting PC gaming for the first time. So like, let's say they're switching from Xbox One or PS4 to PC, whether or not they're starting on a game like Rainbow Six Siege, they played it on console and now they're switching to PC. They're using a controller because it's what they're used to, although Rainbow Six Siege's aim assist is not really there, so they are kind of at a disadvantage. But for games like Call of Duty, it's definitely understandable. In my case, there are still some games I prefer playing on PC with a controller, specifically FPS games such as Halo, since I've been playing Halo since Halo 3, and so I haven't really played a Halo game on PC since Halo Reach came to the PC in December, and so for 9 years I've been playing Halo with a controller, and so that is what I'm used to. Although, when Halo 2 launched, I found myself using mouse and keyboard a lot more. So in conclusion for this point, while most of the time using a mouse and keyboard is definitely superior in FPS games rather than using a controller because of some of the factors that mouse and keyboard may have, such as key bindings or more versatility, and of course superior aiming with a mouse, there are some factors that definitely help controllers be a viable option as well in FPS games on PC, whether it comes to features that help put it on par with mouse and keyboard, like aim assist, or whether or not it comes down to players' personal preference. And again, it all depends on what the player is used to as well, because on PC I've been able to kick people's asses while using a controller. In certain games, though. In other games, not so much, but a lot of that is because I kind of suck at those games with a controller, and in general. Anyways, guys, I hope you all like this commentary of mine. Let me know down in the comments below what are your thoughts on the whole mouse and keyboard versus controller debate, whether or not why you think mouse and keyboard is better, or if you think there are some ways that controller can be more effective. Leave your comments down below. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch, and subscribe for more gaming content. I primarily make Final Fantasy XIV videos, although I love to make other content later. I will see you guys later. I love you all. Umbruhh out.